Hello guys, welcome back. So we are in basic setting. Okay. So basic setting, after enterprise structure, we are having basic setting, right? Now in basic setting, what we have seen posting period variant, fiscal year variant, field status variant, number ranges, right? Okay. Now, okay. So if you talk about the configuration part, guys, how much time it is going to take to configure? Not more than 5 minutes. In 5 minutes, we can configure all these four small configurations are there, right? But explanations has taken time because we need to understand the functionality. Okay, so it means we are in the beginning itself. Now, so we'll talk about, in previous session, I was talking about number range. What is the use of number range that I have already told you. This time we have to discuss on the document type. So now number range means I said when we are going to post a transactions, when you post a transactions, then system is going to generate a transaction number. Okay. Since transaction is called document, so that is the transaction number is called document number. Okay. So now here what is happening, guys? Okay. So the document numbers are getting generated from where? So for that, we have to provide a number range. Okay, we have to provide a number range here. How to set up the number range? I have already shown in the previous session. Okay, very simple. Now, so from this range, system is going to determine a particular number, right? How sequence-wise numbers are getting generated, that also I told you guys. Here, number in status will come into picture. Whatever documents are getting posted, that number will be updated here. And again, next time when the transactions are getting posted, then system will check what is the number in status. So the current number plus 1 is going to be the next document number that we have already seen in detail. Okay. Now, the question is, how the number ranges are getting triggered by SAP again? That is the question. Okay, we'll see that. But again, so in that, document type will come into picture. Look at here, document type. What is the use of document type, guys? Look at here. Document types determine the types of transaction. Document type determines the types of transactions. Okay. Now, whether it is invoice, credit memo, payment. Now, it controls the document number ranges. Look at here, this number ranges. Now, the question is, how document type is going to control the number ranges? I'll tell you guys. Okay, don't worry. And fields as well. Okay, here also small confusion will be there. Fields as well, right? Which fields, guys? So the fields which appears at the time of transaction posting. But if anybody is able to remember the fields which appears at the time of transaction posting, those fields are going to be controlled by what? Someone tell me, guys. Those fields are going to be controlled by which setting?
Fields variant setting.
Field status variant.
Field status variant.
Yes. Field status variant setting, right? So again, here I have specified that the fields are going to be. So I'll tell you guys, only two fields are going to be controlled: document header and reference field. Remaining all the fields are going to be controlled by field status variant. Remaining all means, I'll tell you guys, in that certain star mark is there. Star mark means conditions apply. Okay, which fields? That I'll let you know. Okay. Now, so document type, first of all, we'll discuss the first one. Document type determines the types of transactions. What is the use of this SAP or any ERP, guys? So it's a software which is being used by organizations, right, to record their day-to-day transactions. It is pretty simple. Multiple time I have explained this. Okay. Now here, so multiple transactions are getting posted. And if you talk about an organizations, they are having different kind of transactions. Say for example, if you talk about Tata Motor will be having multiple customers related transactions and vendor related transactions. Vendor related transactions means what, guys? In the sense, let's suppose a particular, forget about Tata Motor, just assume whatever the organizations are there, let's suppose it's manufacturing a particular product. So if they have to manufacture a particular product, then what will happen, guys? In that case, so guys, don't don't turn on the camera, okay, or else your face will appear while recording, okay. So see, if the face is appearing, that there is no problem, but the thing is, like, it is going to acquire certain screen in the recording side, so that video is going to be smaller, okay. Now, so what I'm saying, that let's suppose, so here, okay, so certain transactions are taking place. That particular organization is going to manufacture certain things, and in manufacturing processes, guys, multiple raw materials are required, several materials are required. So those raw materials they are going to procure from somewhere, they are going to buy from somewhere. So from where they are going to buy? They are going to buy from, that is also raw materials, also they are going to buy from certain organizations only, guys. Okay, so whichever the seller of raw materials are there, it means there are certain organizations which is supplying raw materials to Tata Motor. Okay, because Tata Motor is manufacturing, let's suppose, vehicles. So in that also, like, multiple things are required, isn't it? So now, so what is happening here? Raw material, I mean to say, like, in order to manufacture a car, they need multiple things, right? Okay. Now, say for example, so whichever the supplier of this raw materials are there, in the sense, so those people are called supplier. Supplier is nothing but vendor. So multiple vendor related transactions are taking place. That is the one thing. Second thing is, like, then we have customers. So multiple customer related transactions are also taking place, because ultimately once the product is produced, final product, then ultimately it is going to be sold to a particular customer. So multiple customer related transactions are taking place. Just take example of anyone. Let's suppose customer itself. So customer related transaction means, first of all, when we have sold out, let's suppose, a product to the customer. So when you talk about purchase and sales, this purchase and sales are taking place on credit basis, not on cash basis. Not on cash basis. As an individual, if we have to procure something, if we have to purchase something, what happened, guys? We are going to market and simply we have paid the cash and we have bought it. So likewise, the local shopkeeper is there. They are selling the goods or stuff on cash basis. Small general store is there, right? It's okay. But here B2B purchase and B2B sales are happening. B2B means business to business. So the B2B purchase and B2B sales are happening on credit basis, right? So Tata Motor, let's suppose, has sold certain vehicles to a particular dealer. So those transactions are happening on credit basis. In the sense they have supplied the vehicles today, but the payment they are going to expect from customers maybe after 30 days. They will receive the payment from customer after 30 days or after 60 days, after 45 days. So different time limit is there, guys. The goods are sold today, but payment we receive after 30 days or after 60 days. So this is called terms of payment, which is going to be negotiated initially itself. Tata Motor is having a sales department. The sales department is going to negotiate with the customer that, okay, what will be the terms of payment? Terms of payment means they will discuss after how many days you are going to make a payment to Tata Motor. They agreed on 30 days. Okay. What is the mode of payment? Like they are going to directly bank transfer or payment through check or whatever it is. So these things are going to be discussed. Okay. Now, so after 30 days, we receive the payment from customer. So when let's suppose vehicles are going to be sold, it is sold to a particular customer, then Tata Motor is going to send an invoice to the customer. So this invoice is going to be posted into SAP. Okay. Let's suppose we have posted an invoice worth of 10,000. 10,000, whatever your currency is there now. So in 10,000 rupees, let's suppose it is sold. In the sense like, let's suppose invoice, of course, like vehicles not worth of 10,000 guys more, but just achieve. Okay. So we have posted an invoice worth of 10,000. Okay. And it was sold to a particular customer, let's suppose. Customer name is XYZ Limited. Okay. There is a customer. To this customer, we have sold this. Tata Motor has sold this vehicle. So worth of 10,000. So invoice, when the vehicles are sold, invoice is going to be sent to the customer. And the same invoice will be posted here into SAP. Okay. Now, what will happen, guys? This is just an invoice against which we have not received any payment as of now. Okay. Now what will happen? When let's suppose this vehicles delivered to the customer, customer found that let's suppose total 10 vehicles are there. Customer found out of 10, let's suppose 3 vehicles, or not only vehicles, whatever the product is there, end product is there, 3 products are defective. So what will happen? They are going to return that. Okay. So when it is going to be returned, then what will happen? 3,000 worth of items the customers has returned to the organization, whichever your organizations are there, right? So 3,000 worth of items they have returned. So what will happen, guys? We have to adjust our books of account here. Invoice we have posted worth of 10,000 against this particular customer. It means in future we are expecting a payment of 10,000. Since we have received a 3,000 worth of product, we have received back from customer saying that this is defective. So now what should be our payment, guys? We expect only 7,000 payment from customer because 3,000 of worth of product is defective. So let's suppose that is also this 3000 is also going to be posted here. Okay, so this is called credit memo, customer credit memo. Credit memo. Okay, customer credit memo means what will happen, guys? Okay, if you talk about accounting, guys, in accounting we are having two things. Okay, debit memo and credit memo. Generally in SAP we say credit memo itself. Customer return from customer, it says like we say it is customer credit memo. Return to the vendor is called vendor credit memo. Okay, so now, so here if you talk about like your textbook, whatever you guys have studied and all, and if you come in real time, so sometimes like differences also will be there. Okay, now differences not in terms of accounting entries and all, differences will be in terms of like, let's suppose the name I said. Okay, so anyway, customer credit memo means we have received certain return from customer. So that is also supposed to be recorded, because here there is an invoice worth of 10,000 already posted and return worth of 3,000. So that also you must have to record, right? So this 10,000 and this 3,000 is having minus. So how much? Overall now 7,000 only we can expect from customer. Now, after some time, in the sense after 30 days, we have received payment from customer worth of 7,000. Okay. So look at here, guys. So likewise, multiple transactions will be there against this XYZ Limited, because see, sales or purchase is a continuous, it's happening continuously, guys. It's a continuous activities, right? So here, again, certain invoice is going to be posted, again, certain payment will be there, again, certain credit memo also could be there. So there will be multiple transactions. There will be multiple transactions against this. If you check this customer report, then you'll be finding that there are multiple transactions. Now here the question is, how somebody will come to know that out of these all transactions, which one is invoice, which one is credit memo, which one is payment? How you will come to know, isn't it? So I'll tell you guys. So when these transactions are getting posted, these transactions will be posted against different document type. Okay. When we post the invoice, SAP says that invoice is going to be posted against a DR document type, 2-digit code. Credit memo will be posted against DZ document type. Payment is going to be posted against DZ document type if it is customer related transactions. Okay, if it is customer related transactions, then invoices are going to be posted against DR document type, credit memo is posted against DZ document type, and payment is going to be posted against DZ document type. So let's suppose now we are having like this 50,000 worth of transactions and this 50,000 worth of payment we have received, right? So it is going to be posted against DR and DZ. So by looking at these transactions, we can come to know this is invoice, this is payment, this is invoice, this is credit memo, and this is payment, because here document types will appear. Document type will appear. So look at here, guys. What is the use of document type? With the help of document type, we came to know the types of transactions. Which one is invoice? This one is invoice. Why? Because it was posted against a DR document type. Which one is credit memo? This one is credit memo because it is posted against a different document type, that is DD document type. Now, again, there will be a question in your mind. How to remember all these document types? Okay, if you talk about customer, so this is related to customer. When we have to post a vendor related invoice, then what will happen, guys? How the vendor invoices are going to be posted? So vendor invoices are going to be posted against KR document type. Vendor credit memo is going to be posted against KG document type. Vendor payment is going to be posted against KZ document type. So the question is, how? So how we are going to remember the document types? So I'll tell you guys, no need to remember the document types. No need to remember the document types. Certain common document types are there. Once we proceed further, once we started posting the transactions, within few minutes you will be able to, of course you will be able to remember, but manually generally it is not required to enter the document type. Okay, different like transaction code we have to use at the time of customer invoice posting, a different T code is there. So if you use that transaction code, by default this document type will appear. SAP itself is going to, when you use this a particular transaction for invoice posting, so this default document type is going to appear. When you use a particular transaction code to post a credit memo, then a default document type is going to appear. Okay, likewise, DZ, in the sense payment, again default document type will appear. So no need to remember the document type. But still, as I said, like transaction posting, multiple transactions are going to be posted. So anyway, this document type will be there at the tip of your tongue. Why? Because we have to post various transaction code and certain document types are there, guys, that you guys will be able to remember. Don't worry. Now, so what is the use of document type? The first use of document type is, with the help of document type itself, we came to know which kind of transaction it is. If you see the customer report, vendor reports, how to see that, these are all things you guys will come to know, because as I said, like we are in beginning, we started just now the configurations, in the sense we are in the beginning of configurations, right? There are multiple other things also we have to set up, and then you guys will be able to see those reports. Okay, now so the first thing is, as I said here on PPT, while posting, document type determines the types of transaction, which kind of transactions, whether it is invoice, whether it is credit memo, whether it is payment, right? So how you will come to know? So these things you will come to know with the help of document type, because this invoice is going to be posted against different document type, credit memo is going to be posted against different document type, and likewise payment is going to be posted against different document type. Now the next one is, it controls the document number ranges. It controls the document number ranges. I'll tell you. How it controls the document number ranges, guys, I'll tell you. Okay. So generally, here, let me open this SAP also. Generally, okay, SAP is getting open. It's okay. Now here, let's do it. It controls the document number ranges. I'll tell you guys. Now here, just let me delete this. Okay. So now, let me delete this one also. So these are the transactions. So when you post a transaction, what happened, guys? Now earlier. Now come here on number ranges, right? So let's suppose we have a number range here, or else I'll just do one thing. Okay. Now we have a number range here. I'll just make it like this. Okay, so number range. Here let's suppose number range code. CD means code. So we have already created 0, 1. Right? Likewise, you will be having 0, 2, 0, 2, and 0, 3. Okay. Now, so external assignment, that is already explained in the previous session. What is the use of this external assignment checkbox, guys? Checkbox. What is the control? Anyone? What I explained?
We try to manually, when we try to manually create a number range for any particular document, when we try to decide a particular document number while posting manually.
Okay. It means automatic document number is not going to be generated, right? Manually, user is going to decide the document number. Okay. So this is already explained. Leave it. Now let's have a look here. So here we are having number range code. Number range code, right? So number range code means when you define a document number, this document number, right? So document number is going to be defined against a particular code. That number range we are going to give against a particular code, that is called number range code. In between the year also will be there. Now, right now, so let's suppose against this code we have given this number range. Against this code we have given a different number range. Okay, likewise. So now here, I'll tell you guys, different number ranges are there. So the question is, let's suppose if you post a customer invoice, right? So which number is going to be generated? 1000, 2000, 3000, right? So number will be generated from this range or this range or this range, because we have defined multiple number ranges here, right? That is the challenge. Okay. So I said number ranges are going to be controlled by document type. I'll tell you guys how. So this is invoice. Now your client says, in the sense Tata Motors says that whenever we post a customer invoice, so customer invoice means what, guys? It is a transactions. So when you post a transaction, system is going to generate a transaction number. Transaction is called document. So document number will be generated. So the client says that when we post a customer invoice, the document number should be from one series. When you post a credit memo, the document number must be from 2 series. And when we post a payment, document number must be from 3 series. So for that, we have defined different number ranges. 1000 to 1999. Let's suppose this says that when we post a customer invoice, so whatever the invoice document numbers are there, that must be generated from this range. Whatever credit memo related transactions are getting posted, so those for these transactions also a document number will be generated. So those document number must be generated from this range. And when we post a payment related document number must be generated from this range. This is what the requirement is. So here what will happen, guys? Now, so how it is going to be possible? So I'll tell you guys. So as we know, when we post the invoice is going to be posted by default against DR document type. Okay. Now, this number ranges we have set up, we have created against a particular code that is called number range code. This is created against different code. This is created against different code 01, 02, 03. It could be alphabetic also, it could be numeric also, it could be alphanumeric also, A1, A2, A3, but generally we keep numeric digits only. Okay. Now, okay. So here 1, 2, 3. So generally what will happen, guys? This number range codes are going to be assigned to the document type. This number range codes are going to be assigned to the document type. Try to understand this. Very simple. Okay. This number range code we have assigned against document type. Code 01 we have assigned against DR document type. Code 02 we have assigned against DG document type. Code 03 we have assigned against DZ document type. Now, I said document type determine the number ranges also. How? When you post an invoice, so invoice is going to be posted against DR document type. So while posting the transactions, in background itself, within the system, SAP is going to check, okay, this invoice is getting posted against DR document type. Against DR document type, which number range code is assigned? So it is 01. Then in background, SAP will check, against 01, what is the number range? It is 1000 to 1999. So while posting the invoice, SAP is going to generate a document number at the time of invoice posting from this range. The same thing is applicable, guys, when you post a credit memo. So what will happen? For credit memo again, it is going to be posted against DG document type. I'll show this practically also, guys, don't worry. Whatever things I'm explaining here, that we are going to see practically so that you'll be having perfect understanding. Right now, you like the kind of visualizations, like let's suppose if I explain something, I'm able to visualize those scenes. I'm able to visualize those screens, right? But you people are not able to visualize because you haven't seen this practically, right? I'll show this practically also. But first of all, if I explain this and then if I show this practically, then I think a perfect understanding will be there. Okay? And practically means to show this, first of all, I have to post certain transactions, isn't it? So for transaction posting, first of all, we must have to complete certain configurations. So those configurations still we are doing. As I said, like we are in the beginning itself, there are certain other settings also we have to do. Those we are going to do one by one. So DG document type, while posting a credit memo, document type will appear, that is DG document type. Against DG document type, let's suppose we have given 02 number range code. So system will check 02 is assigned here. So against 02, different number range is there, that is 2000 to 2999. So when we post a credit memo, a different document number will be there. Okay, likewise for payment also same thing is applicable. DZ document type 03 code is assigned. So system will trigger this number range, and from this range, like as per NR status, whatever the NR status, let's suppose here 3003 is there in NR status. So what will happen, guys? then which number is going to be generated? It is 3004. NR status plus 1. And once again 3004 will be updated automatically here. So when the next payment related documents are going to be posted. So since here 3004 is there. So again for next document number 3004 plus 1, 5. Okay. So different document number. Here if it is 2002, then here 2003 will be there. Here it is 1004 is there. So 1005 number is going to be generated. Okay. This is what the document number is going to be generated. Now. So here I'll tell you guys, now what will happen? So we have defined a number range 1000 to 1999 for invoice, 2000 to 2999 for credit memo, and 3000 to 3999 for payment. So even by looking at the document number also, people will realize that this is the invoice. 1 series all documents are invoice, 2 series all the document numbers are credit memo, and 3 series all the document numbers are payment. Even by this way also you can realize, or is the major one is our document type. So with the help of document type, anyway you will come to know that which one is invoice, which one is credit memo, and which one is payment. So as I said here, document type controls the number range also. Against document type, we are going to, sorry, this KR means for here also, for vendor invoice, again let's suppose, if vendor invoice is like, let's suppose, this is like when the vendor invoice is going to be posted, the number must be generated from 4000, 4 series, 4000 to 4999. So again, we can set up 4000 to 4999. There will be a different code, let's suppose 04. That is going to be assigned here to this number, this document type. So it's document type itself which controls the number range, right? Which range is going to be triggered, how SAP will come to know? Which range is going to be triggered by system? This is going to be decided by document type, right? Whichever, if we have assigned a code 01, it means this range is going to be triggered. So ultimately, where is the control, guys? The control is here at document type level itself, right? The entry gate is document type. First of all, system is going to check the document type, and against document type, whatever number range code is there, as per that, system is going to trigger the document number or number ranges. So we can say that number ranges are going to be determined by SAP system. How? With the help of document type. Okay. Now, the next one is, then it controls certain fields also. But I'll tell you guys, only 2 fields are going to be controlled. That is document header text, and in the sense header text and reference field. These are the 2 fields which is going to be controlled by document type. Okay. Now, I'll just do one thing. Let me log in. Whatever the required document types are there, guys, it is already delivered by SAP. It is already delivered by SAP. So for you people, no need to set up a new document type. We can, whatever the existing document types are there, that is going to be used. However, if still required by client, we can set up a new document type also. When we can set up a new document type, there will be certain scenario, there will be certain situation, right? In which situation we are going to set up a new document type, we'll discuss. Don't worry, in upcoming session, multiple topics are going to be discussed. So that also you guys will come to. But right now, I'll show you the document type. No need to set up a new document type. You can just go to OBA7 transaction code. This is very famous transaction code. Okay. Now let me do one thing, guys. Okay. Now, no need to delete the document types and all. I've deleted those as created. Save it. Now, so here, multiple document types are there. Multiple documents like that. So there are certain document types which is by default, it is going to be delivered from SAP itself. Whatever required document types are there, guys, that will be already delivered by SAP, and those document type itself, when I say it's like DR document type, customer invoice, right? DZ document type, customer down payment, it's the customer payment. Then we are having DG document type, upper side. Here, customer credit memo. Now, somebody has created DI and DM. So simply what is happening, if you have to create, like, let's suppose a different document type for invoice posting. So it doesn't mean that we are going to click on new entry. Generally, it is already given by SAP, that is DR. So you can copy. Let's suppose here, you can copy. And we are going to create DJ and press enter. So a new document type got created. Okay, but generally it is not required. The reason behind is already SAP has given default document type, that itself is going to be used. In case if it is required, then we can set up new. When it is required a new, that also will be discussed in upcoming classes. Certain scenario will be there, we'll discuss. But right now, so generally, let's suppose DR document type. We double click here. Okay. So look at here, one number range is already there, 18, right? Now what number range we have created, guys? You click here on number range informations, then look at here, we came on the number range screen. What is your company code? This is your company code. Click on enter. So these are the two number range we have created. So what will happen, guys? When you post any customer related invoice, let's suppose we have a transaction code, say for example FB70. If you post a customer invoice, okay, so by default, look at here, this is called customer invoice. Okay, now here the document type is not appearing. Like, I'll just do one thing, click on edit option, and here you can display which short name I have selected. This one also I'll show you guys once we post the transactions. Control, and then you can once again FB70 slash now slash NFB70. Look at here now. So by default, DR document type is appearing. When I use that customer invoice posting, DR document type is appearing. So when you post a transactions, SAP is going to check against which document type this transaction is getting posted. So system came to know, SAP came to know DR document type, right? Then in background, SAP is going to check. Just come back here. In DR document type, what is the number range? Number range code is 18. Number range code is 18. So SAP is going to check against 18, against code 18, what is the number range which we have given? So here we have not created any number. In that case, system will throw error. That number range 18 is unable to determine by system. It means we have not set up any code. So what code we have set up, guys? 01 or 02. And then we have given a range. So what you have to do? Come back. So we have to assign our code. Okay, either you have to assign your code or else 18 was there, so you have to create one number range against 18 code 18, and then also it is fine. So this is how system is going to trigger the document number. Practically also I'll show you, don't worry. Now there are certain other controls also, guys, but in a single session it is not possible to explain all the controls, right? One by one, once we proceed further, automatically one by one you guys will come to know the uses, isn't it? At a time it is not possible to explain because it will create lots of confusion. Okay, so step by step the things are going to be explained, and step by step the things are going to be added. Okay, now so here this is the number range. What is the use of this reverse document type? That also you guys will come to know. Don't worry, right now you just come down. So first of all, it is controlling the number range. Okay, now come down. Then I said it controls two fields. Which fields? So look at here, required during document entry, reference and header text. So if you apply a check mark here, okay, then what happened, guys? Your reference field is there, and somewhere in details header text will be coming. You just do one thing, use transaction code FB50 right now, and here itself you'll be having header text and reference field. Okay, when you post a normal transactions, that is going to be posted by using FB50 transaction code, or else like rent related transactions I said. So FB50 or is F-02. Okay, so here also we are having reference and header text. So these two fields are going to be controlled by document type. There is a logic, guys, that also I'll explain. Once we post the transactions, then I'll explain those things. Don't worry. Okay, so I'll tell you guys. Now here, because transaction posting, once we post the transactions and all, once we post the transactions, of course, this is going to be explained. Now, and this field, this area is having a different name. This area is having a different name. What is this? That also I'll explain, don't worry. So here, only two fields are going to be controlled. Right now it is optional. Right now it is optional. But look at here, document type SA. So here, not here. So when you post a transactions, save it and come back. Click on position and select SA document type. And here, someone has given 15 number. You just give 01 because we have created 01. 01 or 02, whatever you have created. Okay. And then come down. Here we have reference and header text. You apply a check mark right now and save it. So we have saved it. Now generally when you post transactions, let's suppose we are going to give all the details. Document date. What is the difference between document date and posting date? That also you guys will come to know, not in this session, in upcoming session. Okay. By default document type is there. Company code is TM00. It's okay. Our company code is TM22, but our setting is not completed yet. Okay, so I've given a different company code. And then here I'm going to give a GL. And if you press enter, look at here. SAP is saying that for document type SA, an entry is required in field document header text. It means SAP is saying that you must have to enter certain input here. Then only system will allow you to proceed further. Why? Because this is a required entry. So how it is a required entry? How SAP came to know? Because this transaction is going to be posted against a particular document type, and against that document type, what we have done for header text, look at here, required during document entry, in the sense during transaction posting, right? So we have applied a check mark. It means this field become required. If you remove the check mark, it means this field become optional. Okay, so since we have applied a check mark, that is why this field become required. So user must have to give certain input here. Let's suppose I have given certain input. And then if you press enter, then what is happening, guys? Another error message is going to appear. At bottom, red color message will be always error message. At bottom, another error message is there that for document type SA, an entry is required for field reference. So this time the second error. First one for header text, second one is for reference. So here if you give certain input, then now system has allowed you to proceed further. So those two fields are getting controlled by document type. Okay, now I'll tell you guys very small things. Okay, now but still small things it's okay because this is very small thing. Most of the people will be knowing, but still, guys, if sometimes somebody asks like, okay, how the fields are going to be controlled? So with the help of field status variant, right? If somebody asks like, what about this reference and header text? How it is going to be controlled? So those fields are going to be controlled with the help of document type, not field status variant. Which fields are going to be controlled by field status variant? Then, of course, other fields are going to be controlled. In others also, as I said, certain condition is there that you guys need to know, right? A common explanation simply if I say that fields are going to be controlled by field status variant, right? It will lead your rejections because when the people ask the questions, they will never ask a simple questions. They will never ask a simple question. So basic learning, that is why I say to everybody that basic learnings are not going to help you out, right? See, I'll tell you now. So that is what all videos are available on YouTube. Almost every topic. Let's suppose certain videos are available on my channel, certain videos are available on different channel, right? So if you talk about topic wise, almost every videos are available on YouTube. But still, by watching that video, there was a guy who called me, I think maybe yesterday itself. He said, so I'm watching like this YouTube videos for last 1 year, almost everything I have prepared, but still when I go for interview, I'm facing lots of problem. Whatever they're asking, like those kind of explanations are not there on YouTube. So the problem is like by watching the video, if somebody is trying to become a consultant, it is impossible. There are lots of questions will be there in the mind, and multiple other things are there also, guys. By watching the videos and all, if somebody is trying to become a consultant, how come it possible, right? No. And again, the video quality also like everywhere. Mostly, what is happening, guys? Configurations part will be there, right? You have to understand the logic behind those configurations. What kind of controls are there? That is going to make you a consultant. That I says always. Okay. So here I'll come back. So what is the use of document type? Document type determines the types of transactions. What kind of transaction is there? It means invoice, credit memo, payment, JV, or any other. JV means general vouchers. Okay. So that is the one thing. Second thing, it controls the number ranges also, right? Against different document type, different number range codes are going to be assigned, and based on that, SAP is going to trigger the number ranges. Okay, and then it controls two fields only, that is header text and reference field. How it is controlled, we have seen, and again we have to see once again when I post certain transactions. Okay, now configuration of document type, within 10 seconds we can configure this document type. Let's suppose if we have to, I've seen, guys, here also I'll tell you. Now there was like a long back, I was like just attending one demo session. Actually, one of my students gave a link that so somebody is giving a demo session and saying that we are going to cover this real time scenario and real time things, and the faculty is having 20 years of experience, right? So I simply, just for the sake of curiosity and all, I thought, okay, somebody is having 20 years of experience. Let me see what kind of explanations are going to be given by that faculty. Faculty given all the introductions, everything and all. He started giving a demo class. So I'll tell you guys, in demo class itself, whatever these basic settings were there, in 45 minutes of demo class, this entire basic settings were explained. Entire basic settings were explained by faculty. It's okay. That's well and good. It's okay. I'm not saying that. But when he was explaining this document type, I was very much surprised. The faculty said that, guys, in real time, we never create a new document type. Right? And that too he quoted, I'm a real-time consultant. You just mark my word. We never create a new document type. And then itself I came to know that this guy is just a fake person. The reason behind it, we can't say that we never create a new document type. Of course we create a new document type. But under certain circumstances, we create a new document type. Of course, whatever the standard document types are, are there, that is delivered by SAP. But yes, we have to create new document type. Under which circumstances we have to create this new document type, that we have to explain. But since I thought like he might have taken training from somewhere, since his faculties also might have told the same thing that we never create a new document type, he is also saying the same thing, right? So anyway, that is, I'm just quoting an example. So this is what, like, let's suppose now whichever the candidates, let's suppose if total 10 people are there attending the demo, out of 10, maybe some 4 or 5 people are going to join. So what happened? So those people, when they go for interview and interviewer is asking any questions, such kind of questions, and if they says that no, we never create a new document type, what kind of impression it is going to be on like interviewer? So the thing is, like, candidates, like whatever they have heard from their faculty, that itself they have replied. So as per them, they have given a correct answer, but still they got rejected. Why? Because as per them it is correct answer, but as per interviewer it is not. It is incorrect answer. So the fault is not of the candidate, the fault is of faculty, right? So that is why, guys. Anyway, so again, so what you explain, that matters. And sometimes what happened, let's suppose as a candidate you studied, you read out something like, let's suppose from somewhere. That is why I say to my student that don't refer Google much. Why? Because whichever the informations are given, it is given on the on Google. It's not like all the informations are authentic and correct. Okay, so sometimes it is going to be. So it's because I've seen like most of the multiple people are referring the interview question and answers from Google. So there also lots of answers are written by students only. So what is the guarantee that that is a correct answer? Somebody has written one question, somebody has written certain answer. The question was written by student, answer was also written by student itself. Right? Okay. So this is all about the document type, guys. Now we are having this another topic, so that I'll explain in next session. We are having tolerance group, we are having posting key, that is also having certain control, right? That also I have to explain in detail, so that I'll explain in next session. So that's all in this session, guys.